Ka se gaetsho se rolong gatwe se dikwa ke ntjapedi ga se thata ebile le tsema le kgonwa ke mmung wa lone. Hence I call it community project because everyone came through, even God and his angels, and for that I'll forever be grateful. So today re tle go bua ka di challenges, the wins, the loss, everything e re dirang mo property and ke eng re ka dirang right and ke eng re sa dirang right. So okay, this is how I started my journey, guys. Isimolotse, I think just way before COVID. I bought a property. It was just a 3-bedroom house. At that time, it was actually 850. So we had to register the costs of the attorney, all the costs, they were around 50K. And that 50K, unfortunately, you have for only because as a finance bank. So this is what I did from the beginning. I applied to all the banks, but because so this is what I did. I got a bond originator, then I apply across all the banks. Then I chose a better offer. At that time I was paying, I think 7,000 or 6.9 around there, which was before COVID. For this property. I fetsa thola property, everything registered under my name. Ke fetsa thola the key, excitement. This is what I did. Ke batla tenant gore e tle go dula so that I unthuse ka the bond. And the tenant was paying 6.5, and mind you, I was paying around 7,000. So meaning in ke fall short ka 500. But it was better because as much as in ke fall short ka 500, at least where I was staying ke patela 2.5. It was a big room. So the only thing to pay that house in 500 because 6.5 in Kikreya from the tenant. Now the tenant will be for 2 years, and that 2 years already prepared like these 2 years will be 2 years where I'm budgeting. Now my budget is similar for I was probably budgeting almost half of my salary because I knew how to build the rooms outside. I would make sure that I don't spend money on unnecessary stuff. I was not even really take away. Necessarily take away because for that 2 years, not that literally necessarily take away, but I would take away. I don't know, man. Maybe once in 3 months or once in 2 months. I don't know. But at that point, the focus was let's just budget do this project. I didn't know at that time what I would build a room, but all that I knew was I wanted to build rooms outside so that at least if you build a room, you build the rooms outside, the impact leverage. And 100 and something thousand, I got an opportunity to invest on another business. And it's going to upscale so that at least I reach my goal quicker. I will build the outlets. So I got an opportunity to rent out a tavern. And I didn't waste time. Immediately, I took out the money. I know I took out around something around 70 grand. And that money, in the little their property, it is saving for the property. But because now the opportunity presented itself, there was no way I wouldn't get it focus. Then I took some of the money to invest more tavern. So sure, I invest more on that tavern and Tusa. At least I checked because I think the money I get some on that tavern that I made from yon, it was over 150,000. It was a good money. Now after 2 years, this is what I started doing. The first thing that I did, relay a house plan. Now this house plan, I took it to all the stores to get a quotation for planning. The cottages outside and whatnot. Paid around 20 something, 27,000. Then after the plan was approved by the municipality and all the relevant parties, we went to every store looking for a quotation. For actually this whole structure I'm putting different quotations. And it was pretty surprising to me, okay, this shop, this whole structure, this whole structure, but I went with the highest quotation, which was around Yeah, it was around 300 and something thousand. I was not worried because, I mean, in a budgetile, so I got my stuff in order. Now we are constructors. Hey, that's all about durable. Aye. Well, but at that time, there was a time when I give up because every quotation in create was over 200,000. And I was like, no, man. I budgeted 300,000 for building material and whatnot. Now, but we buy a number of for but because already sitting in the thing and like I'm like, how do you simulate solo just simula? Like, I can about the process, but how do you simulate solo just simula process again panganya mutsile. Then I was like, you know what? Took one of the guys. I think it was around 200 and something. I just hope but it was around 200 and something because it included the structures of the building and plumbing, electricity, all those stuff. Cool. Jenny excited. Ragastin. Hey! Oh, holy 2 months I hell. I did 300,000. I get a structure say half. Literally half. Who do you see? Ah, simula stress. I even lost account. Shorter, but I thank God in everything. This is what happened. Foundation and what the structures are now. Cool. I am just stuck. Okay, because I think on my pocket in around 100,000. I already said I could see her like, yeah, it's a kali. Then, because I was in school, this is what I did. One of the smartest things that I did in school, I started investing in my livestock back home. It's another video on its own. So this is what I did because I'm investing in the bits and kettle legas ko, dingu agis, then the budi, the cocoa. Hey man, same when you say so hobanje and invest about the cocoaing. Then I just start. I sold all Dingutsagan did more than 40 by then. Then at least they pay a good money. Go register jockey. I'll go Kwanyana, got your register Ditsama. Kisa. And then the next part, majority of them, the regular Jimoto and my brother, because then he always wanted to get into a livestock. So my brother was like, you know what? Panampona the registers, then he's like, you know what? Kebata Dinguman. Then I was like, you know what? Okay, the go for a cattle price, then I Radumalana. Then we are since I because I needed to do other things, so I sold them. And I didn't twist it. That's the reason why I mentioned, guys, for like, you know what, do small projects for a bigger project. And the young worker people in the character di Google. Why and Jack talk spanning they were laughing at me go miracle. Why I talk miracle? Let's say you break an achieve, they are ranking your register di Google. So they couldn't understand what like this nigga, Kavajem cozy, Kavaji or my guy about it. Life is life, something resigning about. So you don't think like in the middle of the project or the child about. You know, one day we're gonna make a video about that, guys. The Komu and whatnot, or like Komu Hutusaya, or like that's what's on our Motakumela Komu Morahoyamufika. And I believe that because Komu is a really a G investment guy. Also, I want to go to Sagiro Komuak. Kioneki. Then I started doing Uber. Okay, and Zama and Ziggy push, and Namorolo, push. Why be Regana Guadi? What's stuck? Was stuck around like 6 months. Was not planning and Uber yating as a Kamaraka Uber mean Kafaja Berega Pell. I just Fukasafela Ubi. So Uber shop we need Dirazaga and whatnot, but it was not enough. I needed more money because I know at that time I'm going to get talk at something like 150 to finish up the whole process. You know what? Nah. But I knew I was and it's not plan, but I kept praying. That was the only thing that any did because it's a plan. I just kept praying for another door to open. And the most exciting thing here it is. I have a brother. My brother came through and kadima 70,000. And I was like, okay, then my mom then came through and Gaya and kadima 40,000. Hey, I then project there fell. Project there fell like a happy 6 rooms. Or hey man, what's it? Or hi, guys, everyone came through for me and everyone was helping. And even it's only the builder themselves, they knew my financial background and crisis were like gave me guy as a person. So so I could negotiate there and there, though sometimes it was difficult. Some couldn't and whatnot, but like most of the people they were on board and I ended up the whole project I fell in costly close to 600,000 to 700,000, and for me was a shocker because could shop quotation 300,000 and whatnot, but now material fell off it was around 600,000 if I'm not wrong. Then I kopanya le chelete ya the builders and all these other guys, it was around 800,000 the whole project. So one of the challenges sitting stress and like, but thank God we here man, we survived. People came through Bantus thing and whatnot. Hence I call it community project because everyone was on my side, even God himself. And for that I'll forever be grateful. And into impang confidence, shouldn't be scared to try anything because I mean God is God. With the move why it's like you have a pure heart, this is what you want to do, man. He'll come through. I'm telling you, he will come through.